Hiring for Emotional Intelligence in the Workplace Abstract. This article explores the critical role of emotional intelligence, EI, in workplace success and provides a comprehensive framework for incorporating EI assessment into hiring practices. Drawing on extensive research demonstrating strong correlations between emotional intelligence and leadership effectiveness, workplace relationships, and organizational outcomes. The article presents practical strategies for evaluating candidates' emotional aptitude through validated assessment tools and structured interview techniques. The framework addresses the 4 core domains of EI: self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, and relationship management, and offers specific approaches for measuring these competencies during the hiring process, including sample interview questions, job analysis considerations for different roles, and implementation guidelines. By intentionally selecting for emotional intelligence abilities alongside traditional qualifications, organizations can build workforces better equipped to navigate complex interpersonal dynamics, manage stress effectively, and contribute to positive workplace cultures that drive sustainable business success. Emotional intelligence, EI, has become an increasingly crucial skill set for leaders and organizations. Extensive research has demonstrated that EI abilities are strongly correlated with effective leadership, positive work relationships, workplace well-being, and overall organizational success. Goldman, 1996. Bradbury and Greaves, 2009. However, traditional hiring practices often focus primarily on hard skills and experience rather than assessing candidates' emotional aptitude. This presents a missed opportunity for companies seeking to hire employees with the interpersonal and self-management abilities necessary to thrive in today's complex work environments. Today we will provide a framework for intentionally hiring for EI using valid assessment tools and targeted interview questions. What is emotional intelligence? Before exploring ways to evaluate EI in candidates, it is important to understand the core components of the concept. Daniel Goleman, one of the pioneers in popularizing EI research, defined it as including 4 main domains. Goleman, 1995. Self-awareness, the ability to recognize one's own emotions and understand their impact. This includes having a realistic sense of strengths, weaknesses. Self-management, effectively managing emotions and impulses. This involves integrity, adaptability, and optimism. Social awareness, understanding others' emotions, situations, and perspectives. It incorporates empathy and organizational awareness. Relationship management, effectively handling interactions, communications, and relationships. This involves influence, conflict management, inspiration, and change catalyst abilities. Why emotional intelligence matters in the workplace. Research has consistently shown that EI is strongly linked to positive workplace outcomes. Leadership. Multiple studies have found that the most effective leaders score higher in EI than average. Goleman, 2000. Bradbury and Greaves, 2009. Performance. Employees with higher EI tend to outperform peers, meet goals, and receive better job evaluations. Barn, 2000. Lopez et al. 2006. Well-being. Workers with strong EI report lower stress and burnout. They are better able to manage challenging emotions. Martins et al. 2010. Teamwork. EI abilities foster cooperation, collaboration, and cohesion among colleagues. Jordan et al. 2002. Droskat and Wolf, 2001. Decision-making. Emotionally intelligent decision styles incorporate emotion data for wiser problem-solving. Kidwell et al. 2011. With research showing relationships to so many, bottom line, advantages, EI clearly merits consideration in the hiring process. The return on investment can be significant for businesses integrating tools to evaluate it. Assessing emotional intelligence in candidates with an understanding of EI's value. Organizations need valid methods for accurately assessing it during interviews and assessments. While self-reports can provide some insight, multi-rater tools tapping observations from others tend to be most reliable. Meyer et al. 2008. Some best practices include: use a validated assessment. Look for tools backed by rigorous psychometric research, like the MSCEIT NESCI, Multi-Health Systems, 2011. Gather 360-degree feedback. When available, collect input from candidates, coworkers, and reports to get a full picture of workplace EI abilities. Conduct structured interviews. Ask behavioral and situational questions probing real-life examples of EI skills rather than intentions. Evaluate responses carefully. Thoughtfully score responses based on evidence of each competence rather than first impressions. Consider job relevance. Prioritize assessing EI dimensions especially germane to the role's core responsibilities and team interactions. By thoughtfully blending such strategies into hiring processes, businesses can gain valid insight into the emotional side of candidates that other approaches miss. Emotionally intelligent interview questions with assessment tools in place. Effective interview questions also tap into EI abilities. Sample questions addressing each domain include: self-awareness. How would your colleagues describe your leadership style? Strengths and areas for growth. Describe a time you struggled with a strong emotion like anger or anxiety. How did you manage it? Self-management. Give an example of a professional setback. How did you respond and what did you learn? How do you typically handle stressful situations or difficult people at work? Social awareness. Tell me about a cooperative project. How did you incorporate others' perspectives? How have your interpretations of workplace situations differed from colleagues? What did you learn? Relationship management. Describe a conflict with a coworker. How did you address it and work toward resolution? Give an example of motivating others to complete an important task or goal. EI job analysis for targeted roles to hone hiring assessments of EI. Analyze demands of specific job roles. For example, in healthcare, nurses, strong empathy, de-escalation skills required. Evaluate social awareness, relationship management. Physicians must manage stress, communicate effectively with diverse patients, staff. Assess self-awareness, relationship management. Mental health workers, role heavily depends on EI abilities like active listening. Emotion regulation. Thoroughly assess all EI domains. Across industries, leadership roles will likely require highly developed interpersonal skills. Roles involving teams may emphasize relationship management. Clearly understand roles' EI priorities when designing assessments. Implementing an emotionally intelligent hiring process to successfully hire for EI. Integrate assessments thoughtfully into your full process. Update job postings, profiles, highlight EI skills desired through clear responsibilities and qualifications. Train recruiters on EI priorities, ensure they understand importance and can identify related skills in candidates. Include validated EI test in application. Applicants complete an assessment to generate discussion in interviews. Conduct structured EI-focused interviews. Use behavioral questions probing examples of each competence. Consider 360-degree feedback. Reach out to candidate references focusing the conversation on EI abilities observed. Score responses systematically. Evaluate using consistent rubrics directly tied to the EI framework. Provide hiring manager feedback. Communicate results clearly so the full candidate profile factors into selection. Measuring success and continuous improvement. Determining the impact of hiring for EI requires thoughtful evaluation over time. Survey employee engagement regularly. Measure ongoing satisfaction. Well-being impacted by EI-driven culture. Track key business metrics. Assess if EI hires correlate with performance indicators like retention. Productivity. Solicit manager feedback. Obtain perspective from those overseeing EI-focused team dynamics. Conduct stay interviews. Understand what EI skills are positively impacting tenure for long-standing staff. Review process annually, refine assessments, interviews. Rubrics based on experience and new research insights into talent needs. Continuous measurement allows optimizations, ensuring the approach delivers sustained ROI from an emotionally intelligent workforce. Conclusion: as research further confirms the crucial role of soft skills in workplace success. Strategically hiring for EI will help businesses select talent best equipped to handle complex challenges of the modern economy. By understanding EI's components, assessing abilities thoughtfully through validated tools and behavioral interviews, and applying a competency framework tailored to specific roles, any company can build a workforce with strong emotional skills aligned to organizational priorities. With ongoing evaluation, impactful practices for identifying these crucial invisible leadership qualities in candidates can be continually improved. Recognizing and nurturing EI holds immense potential to strengthen company culture and ultimately boost the bottom line.